the second day in a row, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, has openly criticized the Prime Minister on his social media platform, X. This controversy began yesterday when Home Office Minister Jess Phillips rejected calls for a government-led inquiry into historical child sexual exploitation in Ulm. Instead, she suggested that local councils, as in Rotherham and Telford, should take the lead. Musk has since escalated his criticism, focusing on Sir Keir Starmer's tenure as head of the Crown Prosecution Service. As you mentioned, Musk has unleashed a series of increasingly provocative posts targeting Sir Keir Starmer. Today, his remarks intensified, with one particularly inflammatory post accusing Starmer of being, and I quote, complicit in the rape of Britain. The language used has been exceptionally strong, and this situation presents number 10 with a significant dilemma, whether to respond or remain silent. So far, Downing Street has stayed quiet. However, the health secretary, speaking earlier today before Musk's latest posts, had this to say about the tech billionaire's criticisms. Some of the criticisms Elon Musk has made are misjudged and certainly misinformed. But we're willing to work with him. Musk's platform has the potential to play a significant role in addressing serious issues, and if he's willing to engage constructively, we'd welcome that. It's unclear whether Musk's interventions are helping or hurting the Labour Party. There's another angle, though. This is not just about Labour. Recently, Musk met with Nigel Farage, leader of Reform UK, and reportedly offered to support the party financially. Musk's tweets have also controversially mentioned jailed far-right agitator Tommy Robinson, known to many as Stephen Yaxley Lennon. Tonight, Reform UK is kicking off a series of campaign events ahead of the local elections. When asked about Musk's comments, Farage responded, "Elon Musk has a wide range of opinions. Some I agree with strongly, others less so. But having him as a supporter is undoubtedly beneficial. He's a hero to many young people in this country, which helps our cause significantly. On Tommy Robinson, my position is clear. I didn't want him in UKIP, I don't want him in Reform UK, and he won't be joining us." There's a broader question here. With Donald Trump likely to be president again soon, does Musk's influence matter in UK politics? That remains to be seen. Thanks, Cami. Earlier, I spoke to Ed Davey about Musk's comments, and he didn't hold back. I think Musk is wrong. He doesn't understand the complexities of our country or the facts surrounding these issues. I hope we stop giving him so much attention and focus on those who truly understand what's going on. As Cami mentioned, one party aiming to benefit from Musk's involvement is Reform UK. To discuss this, I'm joined by polling expert Professor Sir John Curtis. Reform UK's key goal is to transition from a limited company, as it was in July, to a fully functioning political party with activists nationwide. For years, the Eurosceptic movement in the UK has struggled to build a stable, permanent party organisation. Reform UK is now trying to embed itself in British political life. To succeed in the local elections, they need to recruit candidates, mobilise activists, and establish a grassroots network. That's the challenge they're addressing with these events. It's not that simple. Reform UK still attracts more Conservative voters than Labour voters, but Labour's support has declined since the general election. Some of these votes are going to Reform UK. Labour's losses to the Conservatives and the Conservatives' losses to Reform create a more complex picture. Musk's tweets get attention because he's newsworthy, but there's no clear evidence that he's influencing public opinion. However, if he were to provide substantial financial backing to Reform UK, that could be a game changer. Building a political organization requires grassroots support, and Reform would still need to cultivate donations from within the UK to ensure long-term stability. Understood. Sir John, thank you for your insights. Always a pleasure. Elon Musk's increasingly vocal criticisms of the UK government and its handling of sensitive issues have ignited a broader conversation about the intersection of politics, social media, and external influence. His remarks on Sir Keir Starmer's tenure as head of the Crown Prosecution Service have not only stirred controversy, but have also placed pressure on the Labour Party to address historical failures in tackling organised exploitation. While Musk's direct involvement in these matters might appear unexpected, his global prominence and active presence on X, formerly Twitter, make him a significant figure in shaping public discourse, whether intentionally or not. The accusations Musk has leveled against Starmer are especially polarizing. His claim that Starmer was complicit in the rape of Britain has provoked outrage from some quarters while resonating with those who feel the establishment has not adequately addressed systemic issues. However, such incendiary language also risks inflaming divisions, overshadowing constructive discussions on how to address these deeply rooted societal problems. Labour's cautious approach to Musk's criticism, characterized by silence from number 10, suggests the party is wary of amplifying his claims by directly engaging. Still, this strategy risks appearing dismissive to voters who are concerned about the underlying issues Musk has highlighted. Musk's meeting with Nigel Farage further complicates the political landscape. By reportedly offering financial backing to Reform UK, Musk has demonstrated an interest in influencing British politics beyond mere social media commentary. Reform UK, led by Farage, has positioned itself as a populist alternative to both Labour and the Conservatives, capitalising on public dissatisfaction with the mainstream parties. Musk's potential financial support could provide Reform UK with the resources it needs to strengthen its grassroots organisation and gain a foothold in local elections. However, this raises ethical questions about the role of foreign billionaires in domestic politics, particularly in a democracy that prides itself on independence and transparency. Beyond the immediate implications for Labour and Reform UK, Musk's involvement touches on broader questions about the influence of social media platforms and their owners. As the proprietor of X, Musk wields significant control over a platform that shapes public opinion worldwide. His ability to set narratives and amplify specific viewpoints highlights the growing power of tech moguls in the political sphere. Critics argue that Musk's use of his platform to promote personal opinions blurs the line between private citizen and political actor, challenging traditional notions of accountability. Reform UK's efforts to establish itself as a viable political force also merit closer examination. The party's strategy to transition from a limited company into a fully operational political organisation reflects its ambition to fill the vacuum left by UKIP and the Brexit Party. By focusing on local elections, Reform UK aims to build a foundation of grassroots support that could eventually challenge the dominance of the major parties. However, this is no small task. Recruiting candidates, mobilizing activists, and crafting a compelling message that resonates with voters requires significant resources and coordination. Musk's potential financial backing could accelerate these efforts, but the party will still need to demonstrate its relevance to a broad spectrum of voters. Meanwhile, Labour faces its own challenges. The party's declining support since the general election underscores the fragility of its current position. While Reform UK has primarily drawn voters away from the Conservatives, its growing appeal to disillusioned Labour supporters signals a shift in the political landscape. Labour's leadership must navigate these dynamics carefully, balancing the need to address voters' concerns with the risk of legitimizing Musk's inflammatory rhetoric by engaging with it directly. The broader implications of Musk's involvement in UK politics extend beyond party lines. His willingness to meet with Farage, comment on high-profile legal cases, and potentially fund political movements highlights the increasingly global nature of political influence. This raises important questions about the role of wealth, technology, and social media in shaping democratic processes. Should billionaires like Musk be allowed to wield such influence? And what safeguards should be in place to ensure fair and transparent political discourse? Ultimately, Musk's interventions reveal as much about the vulnerabilities of the UK's political system as they do about his personal convictions. The challenges facing Labour, Reform UK, and the Conservatives are symptomatic of broader societal divisions that cannot be resolved through social media spats or financial backing alone. As the local elections approach, the real test will be whether these parties can address the concerns of ordinary voters while resisting the temptation to be drawn into Musk's provocative narratives. The stakes are high, not just for the parties involved, but for the integrity of the UK's democratic institutions.